This is ABS and you're watching the evening news. Many thanks for being with us. I am Ifanaya Amafili. Our headlines for this evening: asphaltene commences on Dodgy Road, Ozubulu. State electorate urged to exercise their franchise during coming elections. More observers ask Nigerians to remain calm over postponed elections. And on the foreign scene, measles outbreak kills more than 130 people in Philippines. And we'll start with the news in details. Asphaltene has commenced on Dodgy Road, Ozubulu. Governor Billy Obiano visited the site for an on-the-spot assessment of the ongoing construction work. And our Government House correspondent, Ejike Abana, has details.
Massive construction is ongoing on the road, which is 3.43 kilometers, was awarded by the governor in January this year. According to the governor, his administration is determined to sustain high tempo in the provision of infrastructural developments to people of the state. The governor said that in spite of the campaign season, he is not relenting in providing infrastructural facilities to the people, and disclosed that having mobilized the contractor, the project will be completed before the rainy season. He urged the people to give ABGA candidates total support in the coming elections.
Politics continuing all nalo naga loza anoya kambia condition na naga. It's only 3.5 kilometers and we must finish it before the rain comes. All I ask of Ozubulu people is for you guys to support our candidates.
The Commissioner for Works, Engineer Marcel Ifejiofor, pointed out that with the ongoing asphalting, the road is nearing completion.
This road has been in the front burner for a very long time, and some politicians have been doing politics with this road. But His Excellency had decided that we are going to do this road, and we are doing the road. To show you how important this road is, this road was awarded in January 2019. And this is February, and asphalt is going on.
The contractor, Chief Adolf Izwebu, said that the project supposed to last for 12 months but will be completed within 3 months. Speaking to the ABS, an Anambra stakeholder in the area, Chief Jude Emechata, recalled that the road has been abandoned for many years before the advent of the present administration, stressing that the road will add to the economic viability of the people of the area, among other benefits. Community members and ABGA candidates in the area, including the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Barrister Rita Maduagwu, among others, thronged the venue to welcome the governor and entourage. From Ozubulu in Ekwusigo Council area, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
Obaru local government area has hosted the critical stakeholders meeting embarked upon by the State Community and Social Development Agency, CSDA. The meeting, which took place at the council's headquarters hall at Atani, drew participants from all the communities that make up Obaru local government area. Ebele Eze now reports.
The General Manager, Anambra State Community and Social Development Agency, CSDA, Mr. Chudimoji, who asked the council management to always allow communities to choose their projects and implement same, and warned that the agency will not identify any project that will not alleviate the poverty level of the people. He explained that the agency is now better equipped in terms of tools, vehicle, office accommodation, and trained staff to be able to move faster and access the $4 million provided for the project.
The agency is established by law of State House Assembly since 2009. A lot of job to do now about it. Because apart from I teaching, a special program for the flood will affect Anambra State.
The operation manager, Mrs. Uchenwu Izubo, charged every member of the community to be a supervisor of any project that will be cited in their community by CSDP. The President General of Omozo Community, Mr. Ndedigwe Chukwudume, who said he will convene a meeting of Presidents General of the 153 communities in the senatorial district to inform them about the project, noted that it is specifically designed to favor the poor.
Based on the reactions of people from the floor, they are complaining concerning abandoned projects. I would like these CDAs and CDAs, the committee that have already formed, that the committee that is going to form their own, to sit down and articulate based on the abandoned projects. What was the cause of the abandoned projects? Because if you are telling somebody to be involved in a project, we first of all say, is it not the same World Bank that initiated this? Why coming for another one with a new name?
Also speaking, the traditional ruler of Obakoba, Igwe Paul Afubero, called for the checking of the Igbo axis of the River Niger, which according to him has been severely affected by erosion of the river bank that has already claimed lives and residential buildings. The President General of Oberwe, Mr. Afam Chokoma, and his Osamala counterpart, Sir John Wadialo, represented by Mr. Afame Nebeli, in their separate speeches said they would want CSDP to build health care centers, construct solar energy lights, farm and internal roads, and pipe-borne water, among others, in their communities.
I will exercise them, tell them about the World Bank project in our community. Look for the least project that they can even afford. They can fund, they can finance. In our usually you have a couple of projects, then take the one they can even finance.
The critical stakeholders meeting ended with question and answer session. From Atani, the headquarters of Obaru local government area, I am Ebele Eze reporting for ABS News.
The Anglican Bishop of Awka Diocese, Right Reverend Alexander Ibezim, has called on Christians to be rooted in Christ and be holy. Bishop Ibezim stated this in a sermon during his pastoral visit at the Anglican Church of Resurrection, Amobia, Awka South Council area. Amaka Chibuso Okoye was there and now reports.
The pastoral visit, which was part of evangelism to rural areas, was to draw men unto Christ for their salvation. Bishop Ibezim stated that citing churches at the grassroots help in winning souls for Christ, brings light of God, transformation and total repentance. He explained that as a place of worship, the church should be kept holy, pointing out that every child of God must be committed, focused, and ready to work for Christ, as there are abundant rewards for those who sow in God's vineyard. The vicar of Anglican Church of Resurrection, Reverend Prince Chemeka Chukudum, thanked God for the visit, assuring that they will continue to win souls for Christ, which is their core mandate, and called on other parishioners to join hands in the ministry work for Christ.
Abiding with the grace of God and with the blessings of the Lord, and especially the supporters, those that support to build the church, may God Almighty bless them and give them victory and give them their heart desire.
From Amobia, Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
Elite Core Community Initiative has taken its campaign for free and fair elections to the commercial city of Onitsha. Ogochukwu Oranu now reports.
The election sensitization campaign started from the People's Club headquarters, Onitsha Road, to Tazan Junction and Upper Iweka Dam flyover, where the Corps distributed flyers which contained information on the election and activities of the organization. Other areas covered during the campaign include Iweka Road, Ochenja Roundabout, Sani Street by Odapo, Egetin Road to CPS, DMGS Roundabout, Uguta Road, Lagos Park and Electronics Market, with the Elite Corps sharing flyers to the people and educating them on the essence of voting. Speaking to the ABS, Mr. Bernard Okpara, Commandant General of Elite Corps Nigeria, who said that Elite Corps Community Initiative, a voluntary security organization, started in 2010 with the aim of fostering peace and unity in Nigeria, among other goals, pointed out that the election sensitization campaign is part of their mandate. He therefore urged people to come out to exercise their franchise on election day and also avoid being used to rig the election.
Aim is to sensitize all the members of the community to come out in mass and cast their vote, because their vote is their power, and also follow up their vote to ensure that there is no rigging, and also not allow themselves to be rigged.
Engineer Dr. Arthur Anthony, Anambra State Commandant, Elite Corps, called on Anambra to change their mindset that their votes would not count and shun sit-at-home attitude, saying that their vote is their power to elect good leaders. He thanked INEC for acknowledging their activities, Anambra State government for accommodating them in the state, and the Commandant General for joining them in the campaign going on throughout the Federation.
And now I beg you to vote. I am a good vote. I can buy two votes. I can see every month 100 to vote, month 50 as well. I will get far very easy and very easy. But I have to show what I'll get you American. Then I want to go to Patani.
Officer Glory Andobe, Financial Secretary of the organization, urged young ladies and youths to join them in building the nation and better their lot too.
Let them come out in mass. Let us fight crime in our various community, because wherever you see women active, they act effectively.
The message is all for you to come out and exercise your franchise according to your conscience. In our Ogotubu Oranu for ABS News.
More observers asked Nigerians to remain calm over postponed elections. And on the foreign scene, measles outbreak kills more than 130 people in the Philippines. Do stay with us. We'll have more details on those stories after the break.
Ojukwezi Igbo gwara anyị na nke a bụ nke anyị, apụga bụ nke anyị. Onye ọbụla tụnye akwụkwọ ya ebe sela ọkụkọ maka ndozi obodo anyị. Ụmụnne m, ka etinyelu ndị niile na-azọ ọchịchị n'otu APGA maka ndị na-ejele anyị House of Assembly, ma ndị na-ejele anyị Federal House of Representatives, na Presidential Candidate of a Great Party, Senate, nakwa Governorship. APGA ewetela anyị mmepe dị iche iche n'obodo anyị. A ga-alụrụ anyị okporo ụzọ malụ mma, street light ga-adị ebe niile. A ga-enye ndị ntorobịa anyị ọlụ, ụmụ anyị ga-agụkwa akwụkwọ n'efu, nri ga-adị nyafu nyafu. A ga na-akwụ ndị ọlụ oyibo ụgwọ, ndị pensioners ga na-eli ụgwọ fa. Anyị ga-enwe ezigbo nchekwa ndụ na akụnụba, ife ndị ọzọ dị iche iche. Ụmụnne m ndị ọma na-adị mma, ya bụ jee binye aka ebe esela ọkụkọ maka ezi ọlụ. Ka anyị jee binye aka ebe esela ọkụkọ maka ndozi obodo anyị.
The report where they reach us talk says
You don't do. I don't tire for all the things where you dey yarn.
Lord done the right.
You dey yarn no pata. Shey you think say na only you fit buga? I go show you.
This matter don't pass, be careful.
You dey show yourself all these years, I just dey look you. This time, you go know the kind of person we are.
I've been the watch as you dey try scatter my future.
The future where I dey try
organize for myself.
Small. Na him you dey try kill abi?
Not to kill, scatter, and destroy my pearls always do your agenda, abi? Oh, but you know, Fito, not this time.
I don't set my own agenda.
I know how way your agenda go fit past my agenda.
Because my agenda strong past your agenda.
For this election, the agenda now.
It's our future.
No violence.
Just vote.
Set the agenda for this election. No violence. Just vote.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. More international and domestic observers have urged Nigerians to remain calm and accept the new dates for the elections. The appeal was made by the African Union Economic, Social and Cultural Council, UCOSAC, Nigerian chapter, and then Yaga Africa, which also called on INEC to concretize arrangements for the smooth conduct of the elections. The AU ECOSAC, in the statement signed by the Nigerian representative, Mr. Oba John, on behalf of the council in Abuja, said reactions over the shift of the polls by INEC was understandable, but that voters should rather be determined to perform their constitutional responsibility by supporting and coming out en masse to cast their votes. Speaking in the same vein, an observer of the 2019 general elections, Yaga Africa, also appealed to Nigerians to be patient with INEC on the issue and prepare to cast their votes on the rescheduled dates. The federal government has approved the rules governing the conduct of the disciplinary tribunal of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria. In a statement, the institute explained that the approval further strengthened members' and customers' confidence in the industry. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mr. Abubakar Malami, consented to the rules on behalf of the federal government. The rules prescribed the proceedings to be observed by the tribunal in the hearing and determination of complaints, as well as recommending appropriate sanctions to be meted out to erring members of the institute upon establishment of a prima facie case by the investigating panel. Health officials in the Philippines, Health officials in the Philippines say more than 130 people, mostly children, have died of measles and 8,400 others have fallen ill in an outbreak largely blamed on vaccination fears. Infection jumped by more than 1,000% in metropolitan Manila, the densely packed capital of more than 12 million people in January, compared with the previous year. About half of 136 who died of measles were children aged 1 to 4, according to officials. Many of those who lost their lives had not been inoculated. Health Secretary Francisco Duque said a massive immunization drive that started last week in Manila and 4 provincial regions may contain the outbreak by April. In a televised message on Friday, President Rodrigo Duterte warned of fatal complications and urged that children be immunized. Moving over to sports, the race for the 2018-2019 Unicel Boots Award is gathering momentum as the Nigerian Professional Football League, NPFL, enters match day 10. Instituted by Unicel in 2018, it celebrates the highest goal scorer in the NPFL. Nigerian International and 2014 League Bloggers Award top scorer and player of the season Mfom Udo announced his readiness to rewrite history as he scored on the road at Abia Warriors to move ahead of the pack on 5 goals. Incidentally, Udo, who returned to Oka United, is the first player to score twice on the road this term with his previous strike at Yobe Desert Stars. Following Udo are the duo of Sunshine Stars Fau, Ekelo Jobti, and then teammate Indifreke Efyong on 4 goals. Now, don't forget that you can follow our news and programs on ABS from any part of the world simply by logging on to our website, which is www.absradiotv.com, or like us on our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/ABS Radio Television, and follow us on our Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube handle at ABS Radio TV. And before we end the news, we'll go through our headlines trending for this evening. Asphalting has commenced on Udoji Road, Ozubulu. The state electorate have been urged to exercise their franchise during coming elections. More observers have asked Nigerians to remain calm over postponed election dates. And on the foreign scene, measles outbreak has killed more than 130 people in the Philippines. And with that, we'll wrap up the news this evening. Many thanks for being with us. I am Ifunanya Amafili. Do have a pleasant evening.
A call to duty brings